it's Kristen again. Today we're going to go through a basic fun salutation. So that's what we generally do in the beginning of our practice to get warmed up, to feel our core strengthening, and to get ready to do more intensive stretching later on in the practice. So we start in our Tadasana, which is our mountain pose. We start at the front of the mat. Check to see that your hips are in a neutral position. We'll reach the arms up overhead, fold at the hips, bend the knees when the hamstrings become tight to release the chest to the thighs. And then just feel the benefits of this forward fold, releasing the spine down, allowing gravity to put space in between each and every vertebrae. And slowly roll back up. If you feel lightheaded, lift the hands up overhead. Lift the hands up. Fold it forward again. Bend the knees. Plant the hands. We're going to step the right foot back for a runner's lunge. So we have a strong right back leg here. This is our base for support. And with our front left leg, we're going to make sure that the knee does not go past the ankle. That would put unnecessary strain on the ankle. So just feel for this quad stretch in this lunge. Feel the hips opening. You also want to make sure that the hips are square towards the front. You don't want to open them up to one side. You want to have them straight forward. So usually that means in this side of the lunge, we want to pull our right hip forward and our left hip back. And plant the hands. And if this lunge is too much, just let the knee release down to the ground. You might want a blanket under the knee. And then we're going to step back into plank. And in plank, we're going to have our shoulders directly over our wrists. If this is too much strain on the wrists, you can do this pose with your fists. And if this is just too much in general, you can just release the knees down. But the goal is here to have your body in a straight line, very strong. Release the knees down. And then slowly come down to the ground, but you want to pull the elbows in so that they bend alongside of the body. You don't want them out here. And release the chest down to the ground. Release the top of the feet to the mat. And we're going to come up into baby cobra. So the strength should be coming from the lower back in this position. This is a great pose to strengthen the lower back. So we shouldn't have much weight in the we shouldn't have any weight in the hands. Inhale, exhale, release down, and then curl the toes back under. Your hands should be at breast level, and reach the tailbone up to the sky into our downward facing dog. So the goal here is to reach the heels towards the back of the room, towards the mat, but it's okay if the knees are bent here. The goal is to have the head between the arms, the shoulders released down along the spine. In this case it would be towards the sky, towards the tailbone, let's say. You don't want the shoulders up near the ears, just like when we had our hands overhead, you want the shoulders released down. And if you can, walk the dog. It's just bending the knees, releasing the hamstrings. And then we're going to step or walk forward with the right foot. So we come into a runner's lunge on the opposite side.